Alright guys, El Crystal here with another short review. This time it's Ravaged, a multiplayer FPS set in a post-apocalyptic Earth. This is actually the second time I've recorded this review because when I was looking through the footage I realised I actually like this game more than I let on, so let's get started. The game is centred around two factions, the Resistance, who are a group of freedom fighters fighting for humanity, and the Scavengers, who just want everything and will stop at nothing to get it. They fight in 9 different locations, some of which you'll recognise, and there are only 2 different game modes at this time. Thrust and Capture the Resource. Thrust consists of your team having to capture all the bases on the map and either holding them all for a set amount of time or killing off the remaining enemies. Capture the Resource is like Capture the Flag. You capture bases like in Thrust, but winning the game lies in capturing the enemy's resource, which is a jerrycan, and bringing it back to your own. The 9 different maps in the game vary in size greatly. There are smaller ones which encourage close quarter combat, and there are huge ones which force you to take vehicles everywhere. Then there are medium sized ones, which I think is where the game really shines. It seems in the larger maps that not much happens, you just drive about from base to base capturing them, and there isn't much actual fighting going on. The smaller maps is where it's at, a lot of action, bullets flying past you, cars whizzing past, bases to capture, enemies to shoot. It was these maps where I had the most fun and had a chance to actually enjoy everything the game had to offer. Steam allowed you to play the game this weekend for free, and I went on to actually buy a copy because I really did enjoy it. It's also an indie game, so it was rather cheap. When I first played it, I was unsure about it. The things that have been deliberately put into the game to set it apart from other FPS titles out there are actually the things that I don't like about it. For example, the huge maps and the emphasis on using vehicles. But again, the medium-sized maps, you could just hop in a vehicle to get to the action, jump out and then join the fight. The vehicle controls were slightly off, I would say. They didn't seem to respond sharply enough. When you were trying to make sharp turns, it was tricky to try and time the turning right, but that's really my only complaint about them. The controls in general are okay, the usuals, change weapon, reload, crouch, prone, insult. You could also bind these as you please, and also you could use a 360 gamepad, which I tried out and enjoyed. Another highlight I liked was you could seem to pick up as many primary weapons as you wanted. I didn't exactly test this, but there was a point where I think I had 2 assault rifles and an SMG. You spray one, run out of bullets, change to the next, spray, change to the next, spray. It seemed a little overpowered when you were in close call situations, but it just made it all that more fun. Also the snipers, I'm still unsure how I feel about them. They're fun, but the recoil is different from other FPS games that you might be used to. When you fire, instead of the recoil, the aim going up then back down to exactly where it was, it would just sort of go up and off to the right or the left and stick there. So after every shot you would have to manually re-aim. Also it usually takes 2 or more bullets to kill someone, and the aim, I think I liked that, but the 2 or more bullets to kill someone was pretty annoying. Other than that, I think it's a fine game, and I'm going to give it a rating of 8 out of 10. Also, it was a Kickstarter success story. More in the description about what that actually means. This is El Crystal signing off, and if you haven't seen my Hotline Miami review, click it on the screen, and the next review is going to be Death Rally. See you later.